Here's question 3e. So we've got a spherical balloon being inflated at a constant rate. So that would indicate that that's volume because of the centimetres cubed. So that's dV by dt. Find the rate at what the surface area is decreasing when there's 10,500 cubic centimetres of air left. So what we're actually asked to find is dSA by dt, the rate with respect to time. Okay, so we need a few things. We need a formula for the volume. So the formula for the volume is 4/3 pi r cubed from your formula sheet. We also need, because we're looking at surface area, for formula for a surface area is 4 pi r squared. Okay, now we can differentiate both of these, not with respect to t, but we can with r. Okay, so let's go dv by dr. So 3 comes down the front, so that 3 times 4/3 is just 4, and that's pi r squared, and dSA by dr equals, bring that down the front, 8 pi r. Now we want to link up dSA, we want to find dSA by dt. Okay, so we put our dSA here. We know that we've got dSA by dr, so we'll put that in there. And we want to find dt. Okay. We know that dV by dt, what dV by dt is, because we were given that at the top with the 8 centimetres cubed per second. Okay. So what we have to do is link these two together. So whatever's on the bottom here has to go on the top here. Whatever's on the top here has to go on the bottom there. And we have actually got something that links V and R together. So we'll just have to work through that. Okay. So dSA by dr is 8 pi r from here. dr dot by dv is 1 over this. So 1 over this one here, because we're flipping it upside down. And we know dV by dt is 8, or negative 8, because it's decreasing. Okay, if we tidy all of that up, pi's cancel out. One of these r's cancel out. Okay, and so we end up with 1 r on the bottom line. We've got a negative. 8 times 8 is 64, divided by 4 is 16. So we end up with negative 16 over r, and that's our dSA by dt. We're actually asked to find it for a particular point, and that's when our volume is 10,500. So our volume formula is 4/3 pi r cubed. So we know that the volume is 10,500. Okay, so we're going to work out what our r is, and then we can substitute our r back into this one here. Okay, I'll just highlight that so we know that that's what we're going to be using. So divided by 4/3, or times by 3, divide by 4, then divide it by pi, and then take the cube root of it. We get r equals 13.5842. So substitute that into our dSA by dt question, part of it, sorry, 13.5842, and we're looking at negative 1.1778. Now the units here, areas are always squared, so centimetres squared, and with respect to time, so it's per seconds. And that's how